March the 30th, 2019, and the horse racing world sets Meydan in its sights. Today, the iconic Dubai racecourse will see the richest meeting on the planet play out in the stunning setting of its spectacular grandstand.
Gates are back in their racing.
The fans gathered here today will be treated to displays of horsemanship and sportsmanship. Battles will be won and lost, hearts broken and dreams fulfilled. Let us sit back and savour the mouth-watering feast of sport that is the Dubai World Cup. The curtain rises on a fantastic evening of horse racing with the Dubai Kahala Classic, the world's most prestigious prize for purebred Arabians. This Group 1 contest is run over the same distance as the Dubai World Cup, 2,000 metres on the dirt track. It's sponsored by Mubadala. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum is the most successful owner in the history of the race. He's won it 8 times, but his desire to win remains undimmed. He runs Barnamage, who came third in this race last year. Ernst Ertel has 2 runners in the race, and his regular jockey Tag O'Shea has chosen to ride Maya. The grey mare Al Shamouz is trained by Charles Gourdin.
She's a very talented filly, and she did a very good year last year. She won 2 Group 1, she won a very good race in Longchamp on the Arc Day, on the Arc weekend. But it's a difficult race because we're running against, horses who've been beating us before. Colts, it's always difficult to beat colts, and we don't know how she will behave on that track.
The main Omani challenge is Mugadir. He's owned by Al Warith Al Hadrami.
My horse came last year from Oman as a handicap horse, rated 48. He progressed until he reached the Maktoum Challenge this year. He ran the Group 1 races, and he reached to before 2 weeks, he won the Group 1 Emirates Championship and qualified him to be the World Cup knight.
Trainer Eric Lamartinelle has 3 runners, Darius Dupéon, Mawahib and Amouage.
A 1, 2, 3 for the Lamartinelle stable, is that what you're thinking of?
That's what we dream always, yes. But we all have a good chance, but before there's a few horses who have a chance before, like Talab Al-Khalidia, Al-Maher, but my horses are in very good condition, so we'll see.
But all eyes are on Talab Al-Khalidia, who delighted his Saudi Arabian connections when he won last year and broke the track record. He's back again to defend his title and maintain his unbeaten career record of 9 wins from 9 starts.
Talab Al-Khalidia drops off. It's Maya, and over on the outside, Fazza Al-Khalidia. 280 metres to go in the Kahala Classic. Fazza Al-Khalidia found a neck, fighting hard. Maya over on the inside. They're beaten off Talab Al-Khalidia. The front runner, Fazza Al-Khalidia. Maya coming back over on the inside. It's Fazza Al-Khalidia. Maya lifting herself off the canvas over on the fence. Maya coming back, goes to Fazza Al-Khalidia. They drive the line. Maya, great result for Ernst Ertel and Tag O'Shea. It's fought off.
The Kahala Classic gave the Meydan crowd a thrilling opening to the meeting, as Maya and Fazza Al-Khalidia squared up to each other in the straight. Maya staged a terrific comeback to put his head in front of the Polish challenger at the line, delighting his UAE owner, Khalid Khalifa Al Nabouda.
As you know, my aim is to prove that the world that we can breed Arabian horses bred here, and today, as you see, the horse, grandmother, the dam, the sire, all of them I bred them, and he ran big race.
Jockey Tag O'Shea was proud of his 6-year-old.
But I had a good willing partner, and you know, when the second came and gave him a proper bump inside the furlong pole, 90% of horses would have down tools, but as I said, I had a willing partner and he battled right back.
And as the newly crowned UAE champion trainer, it was a special moment for Ernst Ertl.
I've loved the horse, and to be honest, the top handicaps are like group races with the Arabian, so we've always fancied him, and you know, we're just very lucky that the horse progressed with the races.
The Group 2 Godolphin Mile is sponsored by Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum City District 1. The runners will again take to the Meydan dirt surface, running 1,600 metres and competing for a $1.5 million purse. Last year was a big day for Heavy Metal, who won this race in the colours of His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum. Heavy Metal is back again, looking for 2 in a row. Back also is Muntazar, second last year, and now one of 2 entrants in the race for His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Jim Crowley, Sheikh Hamdan's retained jockey, has opted again for Muntazar.
Oh, look, I think he's got a great chance. Obviously, Muntazar, he's been in fantastic form this year. Doug seems very happy with him and all the lads who've done all the work, so he looks great, and he's been bouncing. I mean, you know, he was incredibly impressive the other day, so as long as he's in that sort of form, I would think, you know, he'll give them a good run for their money anyway.
Another local hope is Logrado, trained by Owen Sharpie.
Logrado is quite a nice horse, but unfortunately he's a 10 furlong horse. We were aiming originally to go for the World Cup. He's a Group 1 winner in Argentina, so he's got some ability, so we'll see.
But the field has a strong international flavour. Good Curry carries Turkish hopes, while the US has a 2-strong challenge. Jose Ortiz has his first ever ride at Meydan aboard Coalfront, whilst True Timber is trained by a more regular Dubai visitor, Kieran McLaughlin. His brother Neil is representing family interests.
He's a big, strong colt, and he's shipped over and really hasn't missed a beat. He's ate well and trained well. He's really flourished here. I think he likes the track. He's enjoying the long walk to and from the track, and we're really excited about him today.
Nonkono Yume has career earnings of nearly $4 million, but he'll be looking for his first victory outside of his native Japan. A field of 13 went to post.
For home they come, Heavy Metal the leader. Up on the outside, Muntazar's about a half length away. Coalfront trying to finish on, followed by Kim Bear. They go to the 270, and Heavy Metal kicks up a gear, gets out by 2. Coalfront begins to finish on. Muntazar drops off as Heavy Metal clear in the Godolphin Mile. Coalfront from the USA coming hard. Heavy Metal in front. Coalfront with every bound getting there. Coalfront goes up, grabs the front, and Coalfront wins it for the US. Coalfront over Heavy Metal. They're beaten off Muntazar. Close up Kim Bear.
Yes!
Heavy Metal looked to be heading towards a second win in the race, but had reckoned without the challenge of Coalfront. The US Raider swooped to claim victory in the closing stages. Muntazar and Jim Crowley was third. The 5-year-old Coalfront has now won 7 of his 9 career starts. His co-owners were delighted.
This horse hates to have horses in front of him, and you saw that in the deep stretch. Just a phenomenal effort, really. We're so proud of him.
He's had some health issues on and off. I think we knew he always had a ton of talent, and Todd Pletcher did an unbelievable job with him. He had a plan in the last race. Ran a mile on the 16th at Oaklawn. Figured if he ran well there and could handle the mile on the 16th, we'd come back here and cut him back to a mile, and everything worked out well. So it was great.
It was jockey Jose Ortiz's first ride in the UAE, and his tactics made full use of those with local knowledge.
I had 2 good horses in front of me, so it was great for me. So I just can follow them and wait when Jim Crowley made his move and made mine, because I never rode the track before, so I'm trying to follow the good guys, and that's what I did. And the last 16 of a mile, my horse digs in, and we pull up the win.
It was a special moment for those who'd made the trip to Meydan.
Well, it's one of those feelings right now. I mean, you kind of kick it around on your way over. Could you imagine if he got it done? And right now, I mean, it means the world. It means the world. Right now, you don't feel it yet because they're kind of looking around like this is our first time here, and this is the event, and that actually just happened. It's makes you very, very grateful.
The glamour of race night contrasts with the hard work that goes into preparing these magnificent equine athletes for competition. Every morning, the Meydan track resounds to the sound of hooves pounding the ground as work riders, trainers and jockeys ensure that their horses reach peak physical fitness. At an unusually rainy track work session earlier in race week, some of the Dubai Gold Cup contenders were assessing their chances. Platinum Warrior, the son of Galileo, had a gentle workout. Charlie Fellows trains Prince of Arran, who is contesting the race for a second time.
He's come over here really good. I was really pleased with his prep run. He could have done with them going a more even, stronger gallop. But he stayed on really nicely to finish fourth, and he's come through that great. He's trained brilliantly since then, not missed a beat, and I think he's in better form mentally and physically. So, no, I think he can go and run a big race.
Another familiar face at Meydan is Freddie Head, trainer of the lightly raced French Group 1 winner Call the Wind.
I'm very happy with my horse. He seems well, travelled well. My horse stays, of course. He's won the Cadon, over 2.5 miles. No, I hope for a nice pace, and then he's an easy horse to ride. I mean, you can put him anywhere.
Godolphin's Charlie Appleby trains 2 runners. Retained jockey William Buick has opted to ride Melbourne Cup winner Cross Counter.
Cross Counter, he showed great form in the UK last year, and obviously finished off in the Melbourne Cup. So, although it wasn't an easy choice, I always sort of had a soft spot for him. So we'll see. I mean, I've made the wrong choice before, and I will do it again. So we'll see. But as long as they finish 1 and 2 in whatever order, that's the main thing.
On a sunnier and drier race day, Cross Counter looks relaxed as he joins a field of 10 for the Dubai Gold Cup. It's the first turf race of the night and the longest on the card at 3,200 metres. This Group 2 contest is sponsored by Altair Motors. Saeed bin Surur ensures that Godolphin offers a 4-prong challenge with Red Galileo and Team Talk. Mike de Kock represents South African hopes with Marinesco, whilst Goldmount would bring Hong Kong success in a race where victory has traditionally eluded them.
Well, I see Hong Kong owners are getting gamer, year from year. So I'm really here to support them, I think they'll do very well because, of course, Hong Kong horses are actually getting better, and I'm thinking they're sort of gradually getting on par with the other world beaters, and let's hope they're going to do well.
They turn for home, and Espalini's got a beautiful run up on the inside. Races alongside a Cross Counter, and they're broken away. 5 lengths then to Call the Wind. Mount Oresco, followed by Goldmount. Inside the 300 metres, it's Espalini and Cross Counter with 4 lengths to Call the Wind. Cross Counter over on the outside. Espalini tries to lift. Cross Counter in front. Espalini can't go with it in the late stages, and the Melbourne Cup winner is now the Dubai Gold Cup winner. It is Cross Cross Counter, drawing clear to win by a length and a quarter over Espolini. Next to come in is Call the Wind.
The Melbourne Cup winner Cross Counter added the Dubai Gold Cup to his collection of trophies. It was a 1-2 for Godolphin trainer Charlie Appleby, as Espolini and Cross Counter broke from the pack and sailed up the straight in fine style. The French-trained Call the Wind was third. For jockey William Buick, there was relief that he had made the right choice.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, of course. Thank you. Obviously, Espolini was, he had the runs over here and he was very impressive last time. But look, I said all along, I said, as long as I finish 1 and 2, that's the main thing, really. So, and I did. Look, I was pleased I picked Cross Counter, but to be honest with you, I was always going to pick him. Obviously, he's a very special horse for His Highness Sheikh Mohammed and Godolphin in being a Melbourne Cup winner.
Cross Counter had defied his lengthy layoff and triumphed in the third quickest time in the race's history.
It was a tough ask, to go down as a free-roll, to go and win it, and in the way he did, it's always in the back of your mind. Did that leave anything, on him in respects to? Did that take a bit out of him? And this is our first, obviously, opportunity to run him since then. And I think he's answered all the questions we need to know now. He's enjoying life and he's going the right way.
Dubai World Cup is not merely the greatest sporting event in the region, its style and glamour make it an essential date on the social calendar too. Thousands of people can be found across apron views or in the 10-story Meydan grandstand and hotel. Many are simply enjoying a day of hospitality and extravagance. For others, the opportunity to see or be seen means the brightly dressed fashionistas make their way to apron views and the now legendary Style Stakes. The judges have a difficult task selecting the winners from the thousands of people who've painstakingly prepared dazzling outfits for the day. The categories are Best Hat, Most Creative Hat, Best Dressed Man, Best Dressed Lady and Best Dressed Couple. The city's glitterati celebrated, socialised and applauded the winners, on track and off. Next on the card is the Quoz Sprint. This Group 1 turf sprint, run over 1,200 metres, is sponsored by Azizi Developments and is worth $2 million. With plenty of talent on show, this is one of the deepest races of the evening. Vidora is the top stable star for Australian trainer Lloyd Kennewell. The multiple Group 1 winner likes plenty of room to run, so her trainer thinks she'll like the Meydan track and this straight sprint. Vidora will be joined by her countrymate Brave Smash, a two-time Group 1 winner in Australia.
Well, he's a lovely stallion. He's arrived here in good order. He's very seasoned from a travelling perspective. It was always a plan to get him here at some stage, and we're really pleased. As I said, he's arrived here in good order, coming out of strong form line, so we're expecting to run up to his best.
Sands of Mali, trained by Richard Fahey, is having his first outing since winning the British Champions Sprint at Ascot in October.
Go Stormy! Go baby! Come on, Stormy, come on.
American Peter Miller is two-handed in this race with Stormy Liberal and multiple Group Stakes winning mare Belvoir Bay.
They're both doing very well, and they're both very honest horses, try very hard, and you know, just need to get a good trip and get lucky.
Stormy Liberal was second in this race last year, but he'll be up against the right man, who in 2017 was the winner of the Quoz Sprint. He will again have Francois-Xavier Betrot aboard. But the overwhelming favourite is Godolphin's Blue Point. He avoided the formalities in the parade ring and went straight to post. Last year, he'd been scratched at the start line. So, for William Buick and trainer Charlie Appleby, these were nervous moments, as a field of 13 prepared to battle for a $2 million purse along the 1,200-metre straight course at Meydan.
600 metres to go, and Belvoir Bay will bring them onto the course proper over San Somali. Stormy Liberal, Brave Smash tracking into it nicely. Blue Point is alongside of it. Illustrious Lad, Ekdiyar, Caribou Club, the mare Vedora making ground behind them. The leader is Belvoir Bay. San Somali, Blue Point hasn't been let off the leash yet. It comes hard on the outside. Stormy Liberal, Brave Smash and Vedora behind them. The front runner Belvoir Bay. Now Blue Point up on the outside levels. It's Blue Point going to Belvoir Bay, who fights hard. Blue Point put his nose in front, and this is the champion sprinter. It is Blue Point racing away by a length over Belvoir Bay. Then Stormy Liberal. They will follow by
Peter Miller's duo, Belvoir Bay and Stormy Liberal, looked to be heading for a US 1-2, but had to settle for second and third when William Buick asked Blue Point to move up a gear and sprint for the line. The stable favourite more than made up for his disappointment of 12 months before.
Yeah, it was nice to put the record straight for the horse. Yeah, the horse, of course, deserves this, and you know, he was foot perfect in the 2 lead-up races to this race, and he's basically just copied that, and he travels really strongly, and I mean, he just got to the front there and just did enough, but it was another great performance from him. And
Blue Point's 1 1/4 length success was his second Group 1 victory. It means the 5-year-old son of Sharma Dal now has 9 wins from 18 starts, with career earnings passing $2.5 million.
Look, I'm delighted. You know, he's been a stable favourite. A 2-year-old, he's one of the quickest 2-year-olds I've ever seen on the gallops, and he's just a finished article this year. I was always, you know, a strong believer that what we've seen so far in Meydan, you know, the first 2 starts, he was going to be a major player tonight.
"14 hopefuls will line up in the starting stalls for the $2.5 million UAE Derby. Run over 1,900 metres on the dirt surface, the Group 2 contest is sponsored by the Saeed and Mohammed Al Nabooda Group. William Haggas trains Jabath, who's won 4 of his 5 starts. He will be ridden by Jim Crowley.
It's his first start on dirt here, but he's been training well on it here, and he's won on synthetic surfaces in England, and he ran at Southall, which is probably as near as what you can get to this. So he's well drawn, and we're hopeful with him.
Fernando Yara is a former Dubai World Cup winning jockey. He will partner Manguzi. Brendan Walsh knows Dubai very well, having worked earlier in his career for Godolphin. Now a successful trainer in his own right, he's based in the US. He's brought Plouka Parfait to take part in the UAE Derby, and this visit is extra special for connections.
Well, very much so. We have been trying to win the race on the World Cup night, and especially the UAE Derby, for many years. And tactically, if it goes our way, tactically we have a good chance to win. He is the highest rated horses in the race, and also, well, he ran against very good horses. He has beaten the Breeders' Cup runner-up, the Breeders' Cup juvenile runner-up in the Grade 2 race in America in Churchill Downs. So, all set. If all goes well, we have a good chance.
Christophe Lemaire will be aboard Derma Louvre, who will be aiming to secure his first win outside his native Japan. Doug Watson has never won the UAE Derby. His hopes lie with the filly Rosina.
Well, I mean, she's still a maiden. She ran great her first start, broke a little tardy her second start, and got the kickback and just didn't run at all. We were still confident in her. She drew wide in the Oaks. broke a lot better, traveled wide the whole way around. She gave away a lot of ground to the winner in the second and still ran on at the end. We think she stays well. She needs to break tonight. If she breaks well, I think she could get in the money there somewhere, so we're hopeful.
The distinctive orange silks of the Phoenix Lady Syndicate will be carried by 3 runners in the race: Walking Thunder, Golden Jaguar and Superior.
Can I just say that we would like a 3-way win? Is that possible? That would be ideal, right?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, or 1, 2, 3, yeah. So yeah, it would mean the world to us. On our first season to have a runner at home, it's undreamt of for us. So we're very, very pleased. We'll be delighted. You'll see us jump.
As they come to the final 650, it is Swift Rose leading over Stubbins on the outside. Manguzzi's had a wide trip, beginning to fiddle a little bit. They were followed by Walking Thunder. Divine Image is gone. Blacou Parfait looking to get into the clear. Next of all then is Superior, and out wider on the track is Grey Magician, but they turn in, and Manguzzi still comes on strong. Manguzzi up on the outside, goes the front over Swift Rose Stubbins. Now down the outside, Grey Magician and Blacou Parfait over on the inside. Manguzzi joined by Grey Magician. Blacou Parfait is finishing hard along the inside. Blacou Parfait went to the front. Grey Magician went with it. Blacou Parfait in front, and Blacou Parfait takes it out. Blacou Parfait takes out the Derby, wins it over Grey Magician, and Manguzzi a gap off to Dermalouve running on.
For many, many years, the first time I feel a champion. We loving the horses, loving the life. We bring our best to the sport, and now we got it, we receive it.
Plus que parfait means more than perfect in French, and indeed Jose Ortiz gave the 3-year-old a perfect ride, switching to the inside and taking on Grey Magician and Manguzzi to win by 3/4 of a length. It was Ortiz's second ride at Meydan and his second victory.
Yeah, but I have a nice horse and he was responding well. Around the turn, I was trying to find spaces. I was happy that I saved the whole ground in the race. And when I was able to find a way through, he responded really well. So we are very happy. I'm very happy for Brandon, man. He deserves it.
It's like a dream come true, you know. It's fantastic. You know, I was at the second World Cup, was my first year here, and you know, we were at a bunch after that, and to come here, I mean, these are the greatest people in the world to have worked for, and to come back and to win like this, you know, in front of them is just, it's unbelievable.
On the Thursday of Dubai World Cup week, rain sprinkled the crowds arriving for the annual Breakfast with the Stars. The event moved indoors, and spirits remained undampened as some of the stars of the sport shared their opinions with an attentive audience. Many of those in attendance were there to watch the contenders for the Dubai Golden Shaheen. The Dirt Sprint is a very high-quality race this year, with the might of the US lining up against some plucky international challenges. This year, 4 American Raiders line up in stalls 1 to 4. Two-time Dubai Golden Shaheen runner-up XY Jet is well used to Dubai, and trainer George Navarro thinks this will be his year after 2 times a bridesmaid.
Training really good. Training really good. This is the best he's ever trained for Dubai World Cup. All right, we're ready. We'll find out.
Dale Romans is no stranger to Dubai success, having saddled 2005 Dubai World Cup winner Roses in May. He's here with the Group 1 winner Promises Fulfilled.
It's a little different this year to be over here, not part of the World Cup, but to be a part of the sprint. We brought a very nice horse, and he's training super over here. It looks like he's really flourished in Dubai. Like, he likes the desert, and we're expecting big things.
But the Americans don't have total dominance over the race. 2 challengers with Irish connections are ready to take on the Stars and Stripes.
Look, the Americans have to be probably the most dominant. You know that they've got good draws there, and it's going to be quite fast up the front. But you know, look, we're hoping that you know, Drafted and Ireland have locked horns, and they're both 2 tidy horses, and you know, hopefully that they have a chance anyway.
Drafted is part owned by well-known Irish racing presenter Brian Gleeson.
He's there. Does he have to improve? Of course he does. But he just might still be improving. You know, when a horse is in a good space mentally and physically, and he's trained by a maestro and Doug Watson and his assistant Noel Connolly, ridden by a Wexford man, Pat Dobbs, who's riding, at 30% strike rate at the minute. He knows where the winning post is.
In the paddock on race night, the contenders, equine and human, are striding out looking impressive ahead of the 1200-metre dirt sprint. The Group 1 Dubai Golden Shaheen is sponsored by Gulf News and is worth $2.5 million. Last year's third place, Roy H, has been withdrawn, but a strong US challenge remains. Joe Moreira will be aboard the Hong Kong challenger Fight Hero. The 8-year-old is owned by Mr. Lam Kwok Yan.
Well, the horse tries his guts out in each and every races, and he would love to see him winning. And of course, the fans will be very happy, overjoyed, and in case if he wins, I'd say the crowd in Hong Kong will be roaring.
Another Asian challenger is Matera Sky from Japan, to be ridden by Yutaki Taki. Matera Sky came 5th in the race last year. He's owned by Tsuyoshi Ono.
It's calm but quite strong in Japan, but I don't know in Dubai it will be happen. It's a worldwide race, so I want to try the worldwide race.
Challenges from the UAE and Bahrain bring the field up to 9. But can anyone break the American dominance?
24.34 was the lead sectional. The front runner XY Jet as they turn in. Matera Sky goes up to have a crack as they turn, followed by Imperial Hint then came next of All Promises Fulfilled, followed by 9 Below Zero, drafted too far back seemingly. It's XY Jet in front, Matera Sky trying to go with it. Next is Imperial Hint down the outside. XY Jet trying to cling on. It's clear a length over Matera Sky. XY Jet well clear in the Golden Shaheen. Try again and he wins. It is XY Jet by a length and a half over Matera Sky. Third in Imperial Hint. They were followed by Promises Fulfilled. Drafted arrived too late, ran 5th.
There was a mixture of raw elation and relief as XY Jet proved worthy of his trainer's confidence with a powerful performance, setting the pace from the front and leaving his rivals and his past disappointments behind. Matera Sky was a plucky 2nd, while another American runner, Imperial Hint, was 3rd. It was a very emotional win for Connections who had never lost faith in their stable star.
He looked strong all the way around. He was in the position he needed to be in. No, I just felt confident the whole way, but I felt confident the last few times, so I needed to see him cross that line.
It's an emotional moment. What does it mean to you?
It means so much. I mean, he's such a special horse, and his team, George Navarro, has done such a tremendous job with this horse. I'm just speechless.
Venezuelan jockey Ishmael Jamilo let his actions do the talking.
Was very happy today, yeah. This year for me is special.
And for trainer George Navarro, there was an almost stunned reaction to what had unfolded.
I don't know what I'm going through right now. My wife just started crying and I was going to start crying. So I guess I'm fighting my emotions, all right? I know later on when we get together with my kids, I know everything is going to...
Well done.
Thank you.
For the thousands of spectators, Meydan offers amazing opportunities to get close up to the action. It's one of the sport's unique meetings that starts in bright sunshine and closes under lights. In the cooling evening air, The crowds in apron views and in the hospitality areas continued to enjoy the mix of world-class racing and social entertainment. Fabulous hats and outfits were still displayed and the poise maintained. 3 races remained, which collectively would offer prize money of $24 million. A healthy and varied field with a wide international mix, some superstar glamour and plenty of patriotic fervour, the 2019 Dubai Turf is a feast for the racing connoisseur. The $6 million Group 1 contest, run over 1,800 metres, is sponsored by DP World. Japan's Horse of the Year, Almond Eye, is an international racing superstar with a huge following in her native land and beyond. The Japanese Triple Crown Cup winner holds a world record over 2,400 metres, but her connections have opted to run the versatile filly over the shorter distance of the Dubai Turf.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, so I'm very expecting her to win this world-class race.
Lining up alongside Almond Eye are 2 more fillies from her homeland. Group 1 winner Deirdre was 3rd last year and is back for more. Vivlos won the Dubai Turf in 2017 and is looking to make history as the first filly to win the race twice. Godolphin won this race last year with Ben Battle, trained by Saeed bin Surur, who holds the record for most wins in the race. Bin Surur has 2 runners this year, Mountain Hunter and Dream Castle, a son of Frankel.
Dream Castle, he's doing really well. I mean, he's unbeaten here in Dubai. Last time he won Group 1. Look, he's in good form, good condition. I mean, the Japanese filly, she's one to beat. But, we're looking to see him good run.
Another son of Frankel is St James's Palace Stakes winner Without Parole. John Gosden is the trainer and Frankie Dettori will be on board. Dettori holds the record for most wins on Dubai World Cup night, with 19 victories to his name. I Can Fly is trained by Irish trainer Aidan O'Brien. A fine second in the Queen Elizabeth II Stakes last October, she carries the hopes of the Emerald Isle. David O'Meara trains Lord Glitters.
Well, he travelled over very well. He didn't lose a lot of weight. All the fluid's back into him. And his work over the last week's been very, very good. So we think he'll run a good race.
Well-known Dubai-based South African trainer Mike de Kock has 2 relative newcomers to his yard running in this race, Majestic Mambo and Yulong Prince. But all observers have an almond eye, on the star Japanese filly.
Top of the straight they come, and the leader as they turn in is Century Dream. Shows out by a length and a half. Over Without Parole as they turn in. Wooden up on the outside, Dream Castle. Almond Eye with a shadow roll comes out to the middle of the track, and trying to track it is Lord Glitters. They go to the final 300 metres. Century Dream in front, but here she comes. Almond Eye out in the middle. Quickly raced up, went to the front. Running on hard is Vivlos between horses. Almond Eye in front. Vivlos is down the outside with Lord Glitters, but as Almond Eye well clear, Vivlos tries to get there. The Japanese knew it, the world suspected it. Tonight she confirms it. Almond Eye is an equine masterpiece and wins by a length and a half. Second Vivlos.
Almond Eye cemented her reputation as a global superstar, winning universal admiration from all those at Meydan. She won the Dubai Turf in emphatic style, showing stunning acceleration. It was a 1-2 for Japan, with Vivlos coming in second. Lord Glitters was third. Christophe Lemaire had timed the run perfectly and was pleased with a job well done.
Yeah, she's very impressive. The way she accelerates is unbelievable. But today, it was her first time this year, and she was quite early on in front of the field. So I think she relaxed a little bit. But anyway, she's got some margin. It was a distance a little bit short for her today, but she's so good that well, I had no fear about that.
The Japanese star registered her 7th win in 8 starts and now has career earnings of nearly $10 million.
Very, very special, extraordinary. Yeah,
She has huge acceleration.
Acceleration, she has, has a big turn.
Wonderful.
And for the 4th time in just 6 years, it was Japanese connections who lifted the Dubai Turf Trophy. Meydan's District 1 hosted a sparkling night of Dubai hospitality on the Thursday before race day. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed extended a huge welcome to hundreds of glamorous international visitors from the world of international horse racing. The highlight of the evening was the 3rd incarnation of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's Horse Racing Excellence Awards. The awards recognise those who've reached the summit of excellence in the sport.
Winks.
The awards are divided into 6 categories: Best Horse, Jockey, Trainer, Owner, People's Choice and Lifetime Achievement. They are the embodiment of Sheikh Mohammed's commitment to the sport of kings and of his maxim, in the race for excellence, there is no finish line. It's a small but select field for the Longines Dubai Sheema Classic, and it's a prize the Japanese have set their hearts on, with 3 runners out of the 8 hailing from the land of the rising sun. They'll be competing over 2,410 metres on the turf, and the Group 1 contest is presented by Longines. This will be the first international start for 2017 Japan Cup winner Cheval Grand. The 7-year-old son of Heart's Cry seems unfazed by the paddock bustle. His compatriot, Suave Richard, a Group 1 winner in Japan, is also racing abroad for the first time. Rey de Oro was 4th in this race last year, and the 5-year-old Japanese Derby winner is back to do better this year under Christophe Lemaire. Top Irish trainer Aidan O'Brien has 2 in this race, the well-travelled Hunting Horn and the admired filly Magic Wand.
Both of them are well. Both of them have been busy through the winter. Hunting Horn ran well last time and Magic Wand ran well in America last time. So both of them are well. We're hoping for good runs, really.
David Simcock trains Desert Encounter. The 7-year-old gelding will have Jim Crowley aboard.
He's a Canadian international winner. He ran very well last time. Hopefully he'll run a big race.
Godolphin have won the last 2 runnings of this race, and they're back for more. Christophe Soumillon is looking for a win aboard Racing History, while William Buick rides Old Persian for Charlie Appleby.
He ticks a lot of boxes. Old Persian, he did well to win on his trial in the City of Gold, and we always felt we left a little bit on him, hoping that he stepped forward from that into the Sheema, and he deserves to be in it, and he's going to be a live player.
The 8 runners will be loaded into the starting stalls in front of the main grandstand. They will be competing for a $6 million purse.
Rey de Oro not led off the chain yet as they come to the top of the straight. 600 metres to go is still the leader. Magic Wand, the filly, gets a little closer. Old Persian badly needs a run. Outside of it is Hunting Horn. Now Old Persian pushes Hunting Horn out of the way. Beginning to run on Cheval Grand down in the middle of the track, followed by Racing History. Magic Wand went to a narrow lead, but Old Persian pounced on it. 280 metres to go. Cheval Grand is down the outside. Suave Richard gets out late. It is Old Persian racing to the front. Suave Richard, Chevelle Grand is trying to get there. Old Persian in front. It's well clear over Chevelle Grand, and Old Persian takes it out. Old Persian way too good in the Sheema Classic, wins by a length and a half. Second in Chevelle Grand, third Suave Richard.
Delighted. He's a horse that we've always thought a lot of. As we saw his performance there in the City of Gold. He's got a great turn of foot, and Williams gave him a beautiful ride round there, and I'm delighted. It's been a great night.
Old Persian made it a treble in the race for Godolphin with a fine run. The 4-year-old son of Dubawi had settled into the race nicely behind Ray de Oro before breaking clear in the straight. Japanese connections of Suave Richard and Chevelle Grand lamented on how close success had been, but the Godolphin team were clearly delighted.
He got a lovely trip around, and Christoph stuck in the place from the front at sort of halfway, but we're in a good spot. And look, it was just a question of getting the splits. But I've got to give credit to the horse because he finds his own passage, and he's thank you, well done. And he from 3 to 4 he's really strengthened and improved, and he shows a great turn of foot now. So it was a beautiful performance from the horse.
For Old Persian, it was an 8th career victory from 13 starts, and his first at the very highest Group 1 level. The build-up to the Dubai World Cup reached another level of excitement at the post-position draw held on the Wednesday of World Cup week. Connections gathered to see which runners would draw the optimum stalls for the big race. Ahmad bin Hamish is approaching the biggest race meeting of his career with New Trails, his first ever runner in the Dubai World Cup. The Dali-bred 5-year-old is lightly raced and has drawn gate 9.
Yeah, there is, I can see 1, nobody take it, and I can see from 9 to the 13. I prefer the 9.
Are you excited for this opportunity?
I'm really excited.
Connections of Audible are hoping the cheers will be loud. Todd Pletcher trains, and Jack Wolf of Starlight Racing is a co-owner.
I texted Todd, I said, guess what number we're going to get? And he guessed 4. I guessed 5, so he's luckier than I am.
Salam bin Gadaya has 3 runners in the Dubai World Cup. Capizano was the 9.5 length winner of the Group 1 Al Maktoum Challenge Round 3 on Super Saturday. He has also been in a race against time with 2 horses who travelled from the US, Axelrod and Gronkowski.
Both 2 horses ready and fit, and there's nothing, just will be against them. They have a quality, yes, they have a quality, so they must perform just well, and they showed themselves in 100% well.
Royston French is having his first ride in the Dubai World Cup on Axelrod. He will jump from gate 8.
No, it's a long time coming, and obviously thanking everyone's connected to give me this chance. Very happy with the draw, so we'll wait and see until Saturday.
What post position, what barrier position at the gate?
Multiple Grade 1 winner Yoshida is trained by Bill Mott. He is versatile, having won on both dirt and turf surfaces. He's drawn gate 10. Riley Mott is assistant trainer to his father, Bill.
Well, we were hoping for a more inside type of post, but we were left with what we had, and that's okay. That's horse racing. We have to adapt to the situation, and we're confident in our horse.
Is North America.
North America is one of the leading contenders for the race. The son of Dubawi is unbeaten in both of his starts this season. In last year's race, he missed the break, but trainer Satish Seema thinks this is his year.
Position 3.
So that is unfortunate, but that happens, and we realize those things happen in every sport and in life actually. So we are hoping, with a bit of luck, everything's been good so far. We got lucky in choosing our own draw, and
next 2.5 days to go.
So, the moment arrives, and the greatest horses in the world stride into the paddock ahead of the Group 1 Dubai World Cup. This clash of titans will be run over 2,000 metres on the Meydan dirt. It's sponsored by Emirates Airline and is worth an amazing $12 million. Last year, Thunder Snow won this race in impressive style. He's already made history as the only horse to win both the UAE Derby and Dubai World Cup. Now his ambition stretches to being the first horse to win the Dubai World Cup twice.
It's a tough race, it's open, but the horse is half the class and he won last year. We're looking for a good run tonight.
Dallas Stewart had his first taste of Meydan last year. It seems to have agreed with him because he's back with Seeking the Soul. A win for Dolkong would be a true fairy tale for the nation of Korea. There is huge excitement in Seoul at the prospect of the race.
There's a fair few watching, yeah. Late in the morning, but I know there's a few staying up to watch it, yeah. You know, if he happens to win or run in the first 4 or 5, I think the Korean public will take it really to heart, you know, that they can produce a product that can compete against the world. But, you know, yeah, so we're hoping that, you know, the draw's not the best for us, but, you know, we're pretty confident the horse as well, you know.
Last year, Gunavera's chances were marred by a difficult adjustment to Dubai.
I feel very good, but this year is different. Last year the horse had a lot of problems. They went right here, they called it 3 days in the clinic, not working. This year is strong race, no easy. All horses had the chance, but it's different, the situation for my horse.
So we're almost set to go. Ready to go, gates are back. They're racing in the Dubai World Cup. North America flew out, went straight to the front. Second, Gronkowski, Thunder Snow wants the front. Capizano holding up over on the inside. New Trails was next, Audible, followed by Axelrod, then Yoshida. Dolkong was up on the outside. Tilling soft to Pavel, who'll be third from last with Seeking the Soul, and Gunavera from the inside pole went right back to the rear. North America the leader over Thunder Snow as they leave the straight. Capizano needs a little bit more room over on the fence. It's reefing and tearing against the rider. Up on the outside is Gronkowski as they go to the back from New Trails. Then came Audible. A length away in the field is Dolkong. Just ahead of Dolkong in actual fact was Axelrod. Audible's back on the fence. Then came Pavel, Yoshida, Seeking the Soul, and Gunavera sees them all. Down the back, 28.68 was the first 400 metres. North America is the front runner. Moving up on the outside to tackle it now is Gronkowski. Thunder Snow is between horses as they're about to turn off the back. Capizano down on the rails ahead of New Trails. Tillings away in the field, then to Axelrod feeling the pinch. Pavel takes off. Yoshida was next of all. Then Audible, Seeking the Soul, about to make a long run from the back with Gunavera, and Dolkong's back at the rear. Top of the straight, and Gronkowski is pouring on the pressure to North America, still travelling okay. Thunder Snow is sweating on them. 3 lengths away then to Pavel around the outside of next of all then New Trails. They were followed by Capizano, but Gronkowski went to the lead. Thunder Snow out in the middle. North America down on the fence. Pavel from a long way back. Gronkowski the front runner, 250 metres to go. Thunder Snow on the outside, levelling up. Down the outside, Gunavera and Pavel. Thunder Snow going after Gronkowski. Thunder Snow reaches the front. Gronkowski fights hard. Thunder Snow, Gronkowski. Thunder Snow on the outside. Nose in front. It's double Thunder. Double Thunder with Thunder Snow getting in a nose to Gronkowski.
A photo finish to the world's first $12 million race. As the connections of Gronkowski willed their horse home, Saeed bin Suror, the trainer of Thunder Snow, remained the calmest man in Meydan. The photo showed Thunder Snow had won the Dubai World Cup for a historic second time. Drawn wide, he'd ground to make up, but dug deep to get his nose in front. The fast-finishing Gunavera was third. It was a night to remember for the home team of Godolphin.
Yeah, this is a brilliant result for Godolphin team. Everybody worked very hard. Sheema Mohammed, you know, he gave us the instruction last year after when he won the World Cup, as give him a break. you know, and he was happy to see him tonight. I wanted to win again.
For Christophe Soumillon, he joined a very exclusive club of jockeys winning multiple World Cups.
When I came in the band, I saw the two leaders are going much better than me, but at that point, if Thundersnow, you ask him to go, he stops, you know. So it's never easy in a race like that to say I'm gonna wait 2 or 3 or 100 more meters. So I have to be very strong with him until the line, because I knew the other horse was going to fight back. And yeah, I'm lucky the line was not like 20 meters further. I'm so proud of him today, and he proved that when you can give him the chance to come back, they will.
As the day drew to a close, the crowds at Meydan had a ringside seat for the amazing Dubai World Cup closing ceremony. The spectacular showcase merged performance with storytelling and was set off in dramatic fashion by a blaze of fireworks. And the fun wasn't over with the ceremony. Global megastar Gwen Stefani took to the giant apron view stage as the night drew in. As the winners celebrated their success and others pondered what might have been, plans were being made to return. The Dubai World Cup had marked another magnificent race meeting.
World Cup night showcases the sport of horses.
I mean, this is the biggest stage in the world for horse racing. If you're in this game, this is one of the places you want to be.
This is the best day of racing in the world, and to win on it is unbelievable.
It's the Dubai World Cup. Everybody wants to win. Owner, jockey and trainers.
We dream of races like this. That's why we do this.
It's great to see people, obviously from around the world, and new faces. It's it's great. This is what racing does. It just brings everybody together.
I think this is aim of every breeder and owner to win this prestige race.
It's like a dream come true. It's fantastic. And to come back and to win like this is just, it's unbelievable.
Richest the front, Gronkowski fights hard, Thundersnow on the outside, nose in front of double Thunder, Thunder with Thundersnow getting in a nose to Gronkowski, close up behind.